That should be an
easy travel call. And now Soden's going to throw one down. A little hesitation. Finds Henderson. Back to Bedoyan for three. Far side. It's good. Back to Braga. Now Luke Soden. Pulls from deep. And gets it to go.
Driving into the paint. Pena. Shot blocked by Bedoyan. Back the other way. The Bulldogs. Kazajanski. Bring down the Thunder.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to One Home Gym on this Sunday. Deja vu all over again. Just here, covering the girls' final. Now we're here for the boys' final. Number 1 Bedford against number 6 Keene. I'm Harry Kozlowski here, joined by the championship-winning coach, Kevin Gibbs, from yesterday. First of all, Coach, congratulations on the victory. Bill Carter's also with us. He's going to join us in a little while.
Thank you.
Great win yesterday, but of course we're here for the boys. Number 1 seed, a position they weren't expected to be in at all at the start of the year.
Neither team, back on December 2nd, if you look at all of the quote-unquote prognosticators, expected either of these teams to be 10th, 11th, maybe 9th, and both of them have proven everybody wrong.
We had a chance to speak with Coach Moreno, and he actually had the same feeling. Let's see what Coach had to say about that.
We're speaking with boys basketball coach Frank Moreno on the eve of the Division I championship against the Keene Blackbirds. Coach, that semifinal contest against Exeter was quite the showdown. Neither team got out to a very large lead, and it was close to the very end. The pressure had to be intense late in the game, whether you were leading or not. Take us inside the huddle and tell us what was going on.
Yeah, it was a really intense game, Harry, for sure. We had a lead, squandered that lead. We were up 3 at halftime, fell down by 3 after the third quarter, and we realized we needed to really pick up the pace and pick up the pressure a little bit. So we switched to a full court press, caused a couple of turnovers, but I think it did the job in terms of really picking up the pressure and the pace, and that helped us a lot. We always play better when it's a little bit chaotic and fast. Logan O'Connell hit some big shots. We got some great rebounding down the stretch. We were able to squeak it out. We hit some free throws, and that's always clutch in the playoffs.
And now you face the Keene Blackbirds, who won in a bit of an upset over Portsmouth. This is the first finals appearance for Keene since 1992. On the other hand, your team was just to the finals 2 years ago. What does that kind of familiarity to the spotlight do for a team?
Well, it helps the coaching staff out for sure. For our guys, there's only 3 of them that were even dressed for on that team 2 years ago. So we've got a little bit of experience with Landon, Logan, and Connor, who have been there before, but didn't really see the floor that much. So it's a new experience for all of them. It's good for the coaching staff who have been there, so we can kind of give the kids an idea what to expect. But I think they're going to be, just as intense and fired up, and might have a little bit of nerves going into the game.
Now, lastly, Coach, what are your thoughts looking back at this year? Did you have a sense of what your team was capable of at the beginning, or is it a little bit of surprise that you're in the finals now?
It's a huge surprise. It's not a little surprise. It's a huge surprise for sure. I thought that we would grow over time. We'd be competitive down the stretch because I knew we had some talent, but we were, quite inexperienced coming into the season. We didn't have a returning starter. Only had 3 returning players from the varsity team. So, we felt it was going to be a bit of a rebuild at first, and then we'd get better over time and, hopefully make the playoffs. But this really has exceeded my expectations. The kids have stepped up, and they've grown and evolved so quickly into, the team that they are now. And it's just amazing to see. It's really rewarding, and really proud of them.
Well, Coach, we're proud of them, too, and good luck on Sunday.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Coach Frank Moreno of the Bulldogs, we had a chance to speak to him yesterday, and we're joined now by Bill Carter. Thoughts on this game, Bill?
It's going to be a great game out here today. You watched them the other night, Keene, very big upset, and Bedford came back to take the win. So it's going to be a great game here today. Look forward to sitting courtside to see who will be your D1 champion in the boys.
Hey, Coach Gibbs, this is the atmosphere in the building is intense. The Bedford stands are full, but we're looking at the Keene side. I think they emptied the entire town of Keene.
Most definitely.
They have them out here.
Most definitely. The whole place is going to be loud. The atmosphere is crazy. What I absolutely love is when the kids have to play in this kind of atmosphere. It really shows who has the most composure. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
And you heard that roar of the crowd. That was all the Keene side right there. And, you know, a lot of stories for the Keene side. First of all, it's their first basketball appearance in the finals, I believe, since 1992. So 30-plus years since they've been here. And, of course, there's a personal story, too, for their best player, Javon Messiah.
Most definitely. Javon's father, who had coached in Keene for quite a few years, passed away last fall after a tough battle with cancer. And his sister also passed away this past fall. So the team is really, not only is Javon playing with a mission, but the whole team is rallied around him and have made it their purpose to be here tonight. And also their mission is to finish it off by winning it all.
Starting lineups being announced now, starting out with the Keene Blackbirds. Number 1, Fitch Hennessy. Number 3, Kason Abbott. Number 4, Jamal Stanley. Number 5, the aforementioned Javon Messiah. And number 23, Alex Holmes.
I will tell you, this Keene lineup is very big.
A lot of height. And number 23, Alex Holmes, very muscular, too. He's a very strong player. On the Bedford side, it's your usual starting 5. Number 2, Landon Elsmore. Number 3, Logan O'Connell. Number 4, Jack Hinton. Number 22, Connor O'Rourke. And freshman Ouija Dak, number 23.
I think the inside battle will be a lot of fun to watch in this game. Both teams have some size. He was speculating who Coach Marino might put on Holmes. More than likely it'll be Ouija Dak because of his overall strength. But Connor O'Rourke has proven himself more than capable inside this year, too.
And we're going to take a break right now for these messages, and we'll be right back with the call of the game. Stand by.
BCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to help meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or Copperdoor.com.
Bedford student section, you can hear them pretty loudly over our headsets right behind us here at Lindholm Gym.
The Bedford crowd is very enthusiastic. They're pumped up, and it's going to be loud. I'm glad we're wearing the headsets so we can hear each other, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to.
Getting ready for tip-off. Team approaching center court. Keene wearing their black, trimmed with orange and white. Bedford, number 1 seed, wearing home whites, red numbers, black trim. It is going to be Fitch Hennessy against Connor O'Rourke on the tip. 8 minutes on the board. We are ready to go here. Off the tip, Keene controls. Stanley gives it to Messiah. Over to Hennessy. Now Stanley being guarded by Hinton. Now to Hennessy. Inside to Holmes, driving to the bucket, gets it.
Right out of the bat, Bedford is face guarding Javon Messiah. Landon Elsmore is in his face, not even caring about where the ball is.
Bedford now on the offense. O'Connell drives, lost the ball momentarily, got it back. Messiah's watching him, decides to drive to the basket. Runner is good. A little out of control on that shot, but he got it in.
Very much so, but that's his hallmark.
Now Keene on offense. Sorry, Messiah being double teamed. Holmes. Now Abbott loses it out of bounds. Turnover Blackbirds. Ball over to Bedford.
There's an offensive foul.
Offensive foul, sorry about that. And the foul is going to be on Alex Holmes, 23. So now Elsmore brings the ball over the timeline. O'Connell made a move like he was shooting a three, pulls it down. Into the corner now to Elsmore. Up to Hinton. Back to Hinton now. Messiah on him. Bedford taking their time. Now Dak into the corner to O'Connell for the long three. Too long. Elsmore gets the rebound. And he's going to be called for a travel.
I think he expected to be tied up. Kind of turtled the ball and fell backwards.
Turnover now on the Bulldogs. Officials decide to have a little conference here and see what happens. What do you suppose the official is talking about here?
That's a great question. It seemed like a pretty cut and dried call.
So nothing comes of that conference?
They were determining, I think they were discussing whose ball it was going to be on the change of possession. They were confirming.
Well, it wasn't a tie-up. It wasn't a jump ball, I don't believe.
It wasn't, but I think there was some confusion as to, on one of the officials' parts, as to whether or not it was.
Now Messiah, watched by Elsmore. Abbott. Dribbles. Gets it to Stanley. Stanley pulls back now. Bulldogs need a man. Messiah gets around his man. Now he finds Holmes along the baseline, loses the ball. Smart play by Dak. Gets the ball, puts it off of Holmes.
He had another one of those the other night against Exeter. Very thoughtful, astute play to throw it off the leg of the opposing player as he was falling out of bounds.
All tied to 2:51, 5:51 to go here in the first quarter. O'Connell drives, gets it to O'Rourke. Short jumper is in. 2 points for O'Rourke. Bedford up 4-2. Messiah now to Hennessy. Driving the bucket is Stanley. Off the mark. Bedford with the rebound. That ball seems a little lively, like it's bouncing kind of high.
I was just thinking that same thing.
I know that your girls were losing control of the ball on some dribbles.
They were also talking about the bounciness of the ball yesterday.
Corner three, no good. Keene with the rebound. And here's a three-pointer from the corner by Payson Abbott is good. And Keene out front now, 5-4, with 5 minutes to go in the first. Elsmore, watched by Messiah. O'Connell. Now Ouija Dak into the corner to Elsmore. He waits. Gives it back to Dak. O'Connell to Dak once more. Now Hinton. Gives it to O'Connell.
Keene said that in a matchup zone at the moment.
There's a pick by O'Rourke. Long three by O'Connell. No good. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by Hinton. He drives to the bucket. It's going to be a foul. And I'm guessing that's going to be on Payson Abbott, number 3.
Yeah, that was the call.
Tripping Hinton as he drove to the bucket. And it'll be a 2-shot foul. I think, no, they're not going to say...
No. It was definitely on the floor. Definitely on the floor.
So 2 team fouls here on Keene. O'Rourke dribbles, gets it to O'Connell. Now drives against Messiah into the corner for Elsmore. A hit, and he gets the 3. Bedford back on top, 7-5. 3-pointer there for Hinton. Now Holmes drives to the bucket, off the glass and good. Tied at 7. Under 4 to play here in the first. Elsmore. O'Connell thought about the 3. Tries to get it inside to O'Rourke. He barely saves it. It's a little high. Now a 3 bounces out. Dak with the rebound. He gets hit. No call. Holmes with the rebound. Drives. Goes to the bucket and blocked by O'Rourke. Bedford coming back in transition. Dak took a tumble, no call. Elsmore with the ball. Bedford slowing things down. Great block there by O'Rourke. Now O'Connell gets hit. No call. Now he does get called.
Offensive foul.
Oh, he's going to get called for the offensive. I thought he got hit in the face on the drive. Here, watch the rebound. Here he goes. He gets hit right there. But they're going to call the foul on O'Connell instead.
That's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
I agree. I oftentimes can't tell when it's going to go one way or the other. Charger block. Never know. Got a little bit of a cleanup here on the floor.
Substitution. Shakir is in for Dak. I think Coach Marino's looking for a little bit more guard play on the perimeter.
Well, Shakir was the leading scorer in that regular season matchup against Keene back on February 11th. He had 17 points. Driving to the bucket, Hennessy. The ball is lost out of bounds, so turnover on the Blackbirds. Bedford takes over.
O'Connell for O'Connell now. Luke in for Logan.
Bulldogs leading the rebounding race here with 5 against 2 and all 3 offensive rebounds. 3-0 for the Bulldogs. So big advantage there on second chance points. Hinton leaves it for Elsmore. Elsmore drives, loses it, has it stripped away by Messiah. Now it's a race to the bucket. And a deliberate foul right there by Hinton to make sure that Messiah didn't get the bucket. Not called an intentional, though. It's going to be just the first foul on Hinton here.
Messiah, from our standpoint, from our angle, almost looked like he had a potential double dribble going there for a second.
Yeah, Messiah definitely had a little trouble controlling the ball. Officials let him get away with that. Now, Messiah on the free throw line for the first time today. He gets
his first point of the game, too.
Yeah, we got the sidearm stats going here. Really good. Messiah. Second one rims out, no good. But Keene with the 1-point lead. Now here's Shakir quickly in transition into the corner. Hinton drives to the bucket, tried to get inside to O'Rourke. He gets blocked. Follow up by Hinton, no good. He takes another jumper and gets it. 5 points now for Jack Hinton. And Bedford back on top 9-8 here with 2:19 to go in the first. Messiah to Abbott. Watch closely there by Luke O'Connell in the game. Now the drive.
Nice jump pass.
Gives it off to number 12, Gus Smith, who gets it in the bucket. Keene up 10-9. Shakir in a double team situation here. He's got to find an outlet. Finds Hinton. Down low to O'Rourke. Thought he saw a cutter with Shakir, decides to pull it down. Hinton's going to try the 3. No good, but Shakir right there for the rebound. Puts it up too strong. Ball still loose on the ground. And a jump ball is called. Possession arrow goes to Bedford, so they'll retain possession. Bulldogs inbound. Go ahead.
I was going to say some real physical play going on there. Hinton's off getting a blow.
Elsmore will inbound to O'Rourke. He had it knocked away. And Jamal Stanley drives to the bucket. Goes coast to coast. Too strong. And Bedford with the rebound. Driving to the bucket is O'Connell. And the second chance, the rebound there by O'Rourke. He puts it away and gets the and one.
I'll tell you, as a coach, there's nothing more satisfying than watching your big run the floor and clean up the boards like that. That was textbook.
That's the 6th offensive rebound for the Bulldogs, and that's making a difference here on the scoreboard. Those second chance points mean a lot. Now O'Rourke will have a chance to add one more. And he does. O'Rourke with 5 points, and Bedford up 12-10 with 1:24 to go in the first. Messiah to Abbott. Long 3, misses everything. Saved though. Fish Hennessy leaves it there for Stanley, and he gets blocked going to the bucket. Another block for the Bulldogs. Now a block three-point attempt there on Luke O'Connell. Under a minute to play here. Bedford's going to take a little time off the clock. Nope. A little alley-oop play there to O'Rourke.
That's a set play. They clear the floor out. They clear the lane.
7 points now for O'Rourke. Bedford up now 14-10, their biggest lead. Hennessy drives to the bucket, off the glass and good. First 2 points there for Fitch Hennessy for Keene. Bedford still up 14-12, under 30 to play. Logan O'Connell. Luke O'Connell now to Shakir. Shakir cuts, kicks it to the corner for O'Rourke with lots of time. 3 off the mark. Keene with the rebound. Messiah now driving to the bucket into a triple team, gets it off the glass and ties the game. 3 points for Messiah. All tied at 14. At the buzzer, the 3, and that is short. And that's where we ended after 1 quarter, all tied up. 14 all.
The pace is what we expected. The defense has been really, really tough, causing both teams to really struggle to put points on the board. And we're seeing what we kind of expected. Battle inside, both teams struggling to get some outside shots up. I also noticed some of the outside shots were being taken, excuse me, I still have coach's voice from yesterday. Some of the outside shots are being taken at the college 3 line as opposed to the high school 3 line that has been taped in here. And that has an effect on the kids' ability to make those outside shots.
Scoring so far, leading the way, it's Alex Holmes with 4 points for Keene, 3 points for Kason Abbott, and Javon Messiah, 2 points for Fitch Hennessy and Gus Smith. On the Bedford ledger, Connor O'Rourke leads the way with 7, Jack Hinton with 5, Logan O'Connell with 2 points. BCTV and Bedford 105.1 would like to thank our sponsors, our underwriters, for their support of our live coverage of sports. They include Primary Bank, Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door. Thank you very much for your coverage or support of our coverage here on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Second quarter on the way. Keene with possession. Abbott over to Messiah. Inside to Holmes. He finds Gus Smith down low. He gets his own rebound. No good twice. Dak with the rebound for Bedford.
Bedford came out in the 2-3 zone themselves that time.
O'Connell had the ball stripped as he drove, and now Messiah coming back the other way. A little bit of a forearm on Shakir. He gets away with it. Keene on top now, 16-14.
Even with 3 officials, there's the opportunity to create an advantage if you're careful.
Now in the baseline, O'Connell drives, pulls back. Leaves it for Elsmore. His 2 is short. Rebound to Kason Abbott. Up to Stanley, and now Holmes drives, too strong, tried to dunk the ball. Rolled it off the rim. Bedford gets the rebound. And Elsmore takes a hit driving. This will be a floor foul, I believe, not a shooting foul. They're going to call a hold here, and the foul will go on Jamal Stanley. That is his second foul. Inbound Bedford. Shakir to Hinton. Back to O'Connell. Elsmore tries to get it inside to Dak. Dak making some room. Off the glass, no good. Could get his own rebound. Up by Jamal Stanley. Here comes Keene. They lead 16-14 with 6:30 to play. Now Messiah. Kason Abbott waits. Puts the ball on the floor. Inside to Holmes. Had it stripped by Dak. Bedford gets the ball. Hinton runs into a player. Gets it to O'Connell. Now to Elsmore. Elsmore tries to get to the bucket. And they're going to call a blocking foul, I believe, on Keene. I think the call is going to be on Gus Smith. It will be.
Yeah.
That'll be his first.
We're seeing both teams miss a lot. layups and shots. I think that's a combination of being contested and maybe a little bit of nerves as well.
And they're going to give him the shooting foul here. That's off the mark. This is something I wanted to bring to you. Is something about being in a bigger gymnasium or just the atmosphere that they're not used to is throwing the foul shooting off, because that happened in the game yesterday as well.
It did, and I think it's more the pressure of the situation as opposed to anything else.
Elsmore gets the second free throw. Bedford down 1, 16-15. The drive down low. So Will Fontaine gets it off the glass. 18-15 Keene. 6 minutes to play. Dak pulls up for a 2. Gets it. 18-17 now. Keene up by 1. Hennessy dribbles. Pulls up. Gets it to Stanley. Now to Messiah. Ray Boulay calling out some signals from the bench. There's a runner by Messiah. Keene gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Abbott. Now up top to Fennessy, puts it on the ground. It's tied up, loose, and now Bedford gets the ball. Kicked out of bounds by Keene. Possession stays with Bedford.
It's very dangerous when you're on the floor to try to pass the ball off if you're on the other team's offensive end. I always tell my kids to take the tie-up. You can either reset your offense or reset your defense.
Bedford, Elsmore gets it over to Hinton back in the game. Hinton looking for O'Rourke. Instead has it stolen away by Messiah. Gets around O'Rourke and the jam by Messiah, and they're going to give him the and one. Messiah getting some elevation here.
I didn't see a foul on that on the replay. Look like a clean dunk.
So the Keene faithful fired up with that play by Messiah. He's got 7 points and a chance to add here. Keene up by 3. 20-17 here with 5 to go in the half. And the free throw perfect. 4-point lead now for Keene, their biggest lead. 8-point swing in this game. Into the corner. It's O'Connell for 3. Rolls off. Dak has to save it. Intercepted by Stanley. And he's going to drive all the way to the bucket. Lost the ball momentarily. Bedford coming down with it. And they're going to call a travel on who? They didn't even have possession of the ball. How could it be a travel?
No. I agree with you 100% there. I agree with you 100%.
The official was behind Hinton when he was coming down with the ball. Hinton hadn't even gotten the ball in his grasp. I think the official assumed that he had possession of the ball, calling a travel right there. Now Messiah for 3, no good. Here's a chance for Elsmore on the fast break. He takes a hit. Solid contact there. That could qualify as a deliberate, but that's not going to be the call. Messiah getting his first foul.
That was no, that foul was on Stanley.
Stanley, sorry.
And that's his 3rd.
And Elsmore a little off here. Misses the first.
Actually, it's Logan O'Connell.
Logan O'Connell, sorry. Number 3 at the free throw line. Second free throw coming up. Chance to reset. And that one is perfect. 3-point game, 21-18. Keene leads with 4:33 to go. Inbound to Case and Abbott. He finds Fitch Hennessy. Back to Abbott. Now to Fitch. Into the corner is Osiari. Again, three-pointer no good.
Taken beyond the college three-point line.
Here's Hinton. Gets it to Dak. Had it knocked away, and they're going to... The ball was knocked out of Dak's hand, but they're going to give the ball to Keene. Okay.
Well, I'll defer to the official. It was right in front of him. From our angle, it looked like it should have been Bedford ball, but the official was right there.
So a couple turnovers there on the Bulldogs. Almost lost it there. Osiari down low there to Fontaine. He's going to try the 3. Too strong. O'Connell with the rebound. He's being double teamed, harassed. Finally comes back to the ball. Hinton now into the corner. A foul on three. It should be a foul. Nope. Rebound by Dak. He's going to take the two-pointer and gets it. Bedford within one. That contact there on the three-point should have been called.
You would think the three officials, one of them should be keying in on the shooter, but there was a human tendency to follow the flight of the ball.
Osiari's going to try the three. That's no good. O'Rourke with the rebound. O'Connell now over the timeline. Down low to Elsmore. He's double teamed. He's going to get the foul. And it's going to be Will Fontaine picking up that foul. It's going to be his first. And Elsmore will go to the foul line.
I hate to sound like a broken record, but a lot of these kids are taking longer threes than they might normally be used to.
Elsmore 0 for 3 from the foul line. Dak is going to come out of the game. Jack May comes in for him. Second try now for Elsmore. And that one rims out, 0 for 4. 3:14 to play, 1-point game, 21-20 Keene. Messiah watched by Shakir. Now to Holmes. Gus Smith. Back to Messiah. Across to Osiari. Looked like the three. Now gives it back to Fitch Hennessy. Hennessy drives. Runs the floater. Gets it to drop. 23-20 Keene with 2:46 in the half. Elsmore to O'Connell. Back to Elsmore. Shakir on the far side. Dribbles. Tries to get it inside. Not sure who he was aiming for, but Osiari took the ball away. And now Shakir gets a foul on Hennessy.
As a coach, there's nothing worse than committing a turnover and then committing a foul right after it. You look at a kid and say, look, don't compound the problem. Just get back, play good defense.
Not a shooting foul. It'll be an inbound here for Hennessy. Over to Messiah. 2:29 to go in the half. 23-20. Keene up. Here's Gus Smith. Back to Messiah. Over to Osiari. Fitch Hennessy at the three-point line. Gets by one Bedford defender. Drops it back to Holmes for three. No good. Rebound to Gus Smith, and he gets fouled by Jack May. I'm going to say holding foul right there. 13th foul, but it won't be a shooting foul. It'll be an inbound.
Again, I have the luxury of watching the replay right now in front of me, and that was just incidental contact, two people going up for a rebound.
Inbound long by Hennessy. Now Osiari from the corner. That was blocked temporarily. Osiari gets his own rebound. Holmes tried to pass it, stolen away by Dak, and there's a call here. I assume it's on Keene.
Yeah, I think that's on Osiari. Yep, it is. Trying to reach in and grab the ball back.
And that is the fifth foul on Keene, so Dak will get the benefit of a pair of free throws here as Bedford goes into the bonus here for the last 2 minutes of the half. Dak is 2 for 5 from the foul line. This is the first.
Bedford was 2 for 5, now 2 for 6, I believe. That was Dak's first free throw.
Oh, that's 2 for 5 from the field. You're right. I'm looking at the wrong stat line.
That's 2 for 5 from the field.
Second attempt is no good as well.
Sometimes we can have too much information at our hands.
Messiah dribbling, kicks it out to Hennessy. He's going to try the three. Too strong. Rebound to Dak. Up to Shakir. He's going to go to the basket. Nope. Going to leave it there for O'Rourke. He gets blocked. And then a foul on the rebound. Looks like it's going to be on Bedford. So you can see a little bit of frustration here on the part of the Bulldogs.
They called that on Luigi Dacker's first.
1:28 to play in the half. Messiah dribbles, throws it back to Hennessy, back to Messiah. Abbott with the ball, long pass. Heading right, you put your hands up, it was heading right for us. Now here's Messiah with the runner, no good. Gus Smith with the rebound, his shot no good, out of bounds off of O'Rourke. It was off O'Rourke for sure. So possession Keene here with 1:07 to go. And a timeout call just as the ball is inbounded by Keene.
30-second timeout.
This is the end of our winter sports season. Spring season begins April 15th on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. We will have coverage of boys and girls lacrosse, baseball, and softball for you this spring. So be sure to be tuned to both BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Quick check of the summary here. Shooting for Bedford, 8 of 23. Keene, 10 of 30. So percentages are more or less equal. 3-point shooting, 1 of 9 for Keene, 1 of 11 for Bedford. Neither one very good. Free throws, 3 of 9 for Bedford, 2 of 3 for Keene. Rebounding, Keene has really evened things up. Bedford with a 21-17 advantage, but it was a much more lopsided number not that long ago. So Keene inbounding here to Holmes, down low. Messiah gets his pass blocked by Dak.
I was going to say of note, Bedford's only put up 6 points this quarter. Keene's only put up 9, but Coach Marino can't be happy with that overall.
Messiah inbound to Abbott. Down low to Hennessy. Messiah takes the two-pointer. That's way off. Rebound down the floor. Finally picked up by the Bulldogs by Luke O'Connell. 46 seconds to go here. Luke O'Connell calling out a play. Gets it to Dak. Dak for the two. That's way off. Rebound. Keene. Hennessy coming back in transition. Goes all the way to the bucket. Now he kicks it out. They're going to say he traveled. Correct call there.
He's kind of in between. Do I Euro step? Do I finish? Do I kick it? He did a combination of all three.
He thought about taking that layup, but then he saw his man on the perimeter, tried to kick it out to him, but it was a little too late. Now Bedford with 27 seconds to work with here, try to tie the game or at least close it to 1. Luke O'Connell to Dak. Inside, O'Rourke jumps. Rebound Bedford, kicks it out. Here's O'Connell for 3. No good. Rebound to Keene. Quick out to Abbott. And he gets the ball in just at the last second. Now here's a half-court try by Bedford. That's not going to make it. But Keene ends the half with a layup and with a 5-point lead. They go to the locker room with the advantage. So let's bring Bill Carter here. Bill, your thoughts so far on the game?
Well, I tell you, if Bedford would hit a few free throws, we wouldn't be talking about a 5-point. Back and forth, as you can see on the fouls, only minimal shooting on the fouls, but I think the difference right now is the free throws for Bedford being only 3 for 9.
I would totally agree with that. Bedford has been scoring from the free throw line, which is kind of unusual for them. I can't say it enough. There's a lot of it coming out in the first half. What'll really be interesting to see is each team comes out in the second half having expended adrenaline, that excitement. They're both reset from their coach, and Marino is a strong tactician. I would not be surprised if we saw some full court pressure. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some trapping. And I think what you're going to see is a Bedford team that comes out with a serious mission on their docket for the beginning of the third quarter.
I think Coach Moreno has to rein them in a little bit. They're a little bit wild. I think one more step in, I think they're trying a 3 from well.
I totally agree. And let's just say yesterday we were told walking in, we were reminded about the taped down three-point line for the high school line, because apparently in the first girls game yesterday, the girls were all shooting from beyond the black line, which is the college 3. And I noticed that both teams, Bedford and Keene, are shooting that long 3. What were the stats again, Harry?
On the three-point shooting, one moment here. It's 1 of 9 for Keene, 1 of 13 for Bedford.
That's crazy. Both teams are definitely more than capable of shooting the 3 ball, but I think they're taking it from a little outside their comfortable range.
Well, as we look at this game, let's rehash a little bit of what happened 24 hours ago, as Coach Gibbs here took the D1 Girls Championship yesterday. So how does it feel, Coach?
If I could interrupt just 1 second here, I want to give a chance. Well, actually, go ahead and answer that question. We want to give a chance to run our underwriting. But go ahead, Coach. Go ahead. Give us a thought.
Do whatever you want me to do, Harry. The difference between yesterday at this time and today at this time, I'm much more relaxed, relieved to have successfully completed the season. But I will tell you that I'm so happy and proud of all these young ladies. Truly, I know that we have some other business to take care of here right now, but hopefully we can get back to it, because I'd like to throw some props.
We will come right back here as soon as we thank our underwriters. Here we go.
BCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to help meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or CopperDoor.com.
We're going to do a quick recap. You were about 60 seconds away from tip-off of the second half. Get you caught up with scoring. On the Keene side, Javon Messiah with 8 points, 5 points for Case and Abbott, 4 each for Fish Hennessy and Alex Holmes, 2 points each for Gus Smith and Will Fontaine. For Bedford, scoring is as follows: 7 points for Connor O'Rourke, 5 points for Jack Hinton, 4 for Ouija Dak, just 1 for Landon Elsmore, 3 for Logan O'Connell. Quick look at some. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say it's a little bit of a surprise to only have 4 points from Bedford's backcourt. Look for a little bit more emphasis on them driving to the hoop, and maybe some drives and kicks for some good mid-range and three-point shots.
Rebounds in the game, Bedford with the slight edge, 23-20, and the offensive rebounds really even up. Bedford with 8, Keene with 7. You saw that in the second half. Free throws, that is a real problem for Bedford. 3 of 9 so far, 2 of 3 for Keene. They really only had just a handful of opportunities to shoot. Three-point shooting, really nothing landing for either team. We'll see if that changes in the half. 1 of 9 for Keene, 1 of 13 for Bedford.
It's going to be Bedford ball to start the third quarter, and I'll tell you, this first possession out and this first defensive opportunity for Keene, I think that'll set the trend for this half.
So Bedford will be shooting to our left, and they will inbound. O'Connell to Elsmore. And away we go. Second half begins, 25-20. Bedford behind by 5. Here's O'Rourke at the free throw line. Back out to Elsmore. Elsmore drives to the bucket. And they're going to say he lost the handle of the ball. I thought there was some contact there.
Could have been one of 3 things. Little contact, maybe even a little drag into the pivot foot.
Here's Keene, Messiah inside to Holmes, one-on-one against O'Rourke. Kicks it out to Abbott, back out to Messiah. Messiah gets around his man, finds Holmes driving the baseline, puts it up too strong. Dak with the rebound for Bedford. Elsmore now to O'Connell. And we're going to get a call here. It looks like a foul on Payson Abbott.
Yeah.
That is his second. First team foul. Waiting for the inbound here. Got to hurry. They get it out to Dak. Now Hinton. So O'Connell thinks about the three. Into the corner for Hinton. He pulls the three down. Now he finds O'Rourke on the inside. Block shot there. Keene with the rebound. Messiah. Baseline drive. Reverse layup and in.
That's
10 points.
Pretty drive with the reverse layup.
7-point lead now for Keene, their largest. Now Dak goes to the bucket. And then gets the bucket and the and one. You can take your pick on who drew that foul. About 3 different players had contact with Dak.
Yeah, it was Holmes picking up his second.
So Dak with 4 points at the free throw line now.
This is like deja vu for me. Yesterday, the same thing happened in the third quarter with both teams having opportunities and missing. Points are really hard to come by with the kind of pressure that these kids have on them right now.
Now we're finally going to get the free throw here, the and one for Ouija Dak. He's 0 for 2 so far, and he nails that one. So Bedford now within 4, 27-23. Keene inbound. Hennessy dribbles. Abbott over to Holmes, tries to find Stanley inside, instead taken away by Hinton. Bedford coming back in transition. O'Connell to Elsmore. Now inside to Dak, thought about the 2, pulls up, kicks it out to O'Connell for 3. That's short. Dak with the rebound. Puts it off the glass, no good. Another rebound. Now O'Rourke follows up and gets it. Multiple offensive rebounds. Bedford within 2 now, 27-25. 9 points for O'Rourke. Messiah drives, kicks it out. Stanley had trouble with it, now gets it to Holmes. Holmes to the basket, kicks it out to Fitch Hennessy. His shot is blocked. Bedford comes up with the loose ball. 5:41 to play in the third. 27-25. Keene up. Now Hinton's going to try the 3. No good. Gets his own rebound. Dribbles the baseline. Out to O'Connell. O'Connell pulls down the 3. Tries again. That's an air ball. Rebound by Bedford. And the foul is called on Keene as Elsmore tried to put back the ball.
It's on Hennessy, I believe.
You are correct, Hennessy with his first foul. Elsmore nailed that. He was 2 of 5 going from the free throw line. Another one on the way. Chance to tie the game here. Gets the positive roll and does it. 3 of 6 now for Elsmore.
And we are tied up.
Messiah over the timeline. Now 3 points from the corner. Rims out. O'Rourke gets the rebound. It's going to be a foul called on 23. Holmes. That is his third. A little early foul trouble for the big man. And he's going to take a seat on the bench, and Gus Smith's going to come in and take his place. We're all tied up. 5:16 to play in the third. 27 all. Inbound Bedford. Elsmore to O'Connell. To Dak. Dak driving to Key. Pulls up for the 2-pointer. O'Rourke with the rebound, trying to find a room to get a layup, and instead it's going to be a foul on Fitch Hennessy, his second. shooting foul will put O'Rourke on the line with a chance to take the lead.
You know, Keene is sitting in that 2-3 zone, but the middle's wide open, and as soon as you get the ball into the middle of the zone, scoring opportunities are going to present themselves.
That one swirls out, so a miss for O'Rourke. Free throws, the bugaboo today, 6 of 13 for the Bulldogs. That one no good, but Dak gets the ball, kicks it out. O'Connell had a chance, he had it blocked, now Elsmore.
The official had his arm going up in the air to call the foul, then pulled it back in.
Bedford now resetting things. Elsmore into the corner to Dak, almost lost the ball there. Back to Elsmore. Elsmore directing traffic, trying to get his players in position. Now Dak in the corner for three. No good. O'Connell with the rebound, gets the foul. And that is going to be the fifth foul. They had 4 on Keene.
Yep.
No, that was only the 4th. So one more for the bonus. But the next one will be the bonus foul. No, I'm wrong. It is a bonus foul. Here we go. It is 5. Looking at the wrong meter here. O'Connell's first throw good.
At import, that was Fitcher's third as well.
So some quick fouls here for both Hennessy and Holmes. Both with 3. That puts Bedford into the bonus with 4:35 to play. First free throw good. Second one on the way is good as well. Bedford up by 2. That's a 9-0 run here for the Bulldogs, and a timeout called. So a big turnaround here in the third quarter thanks to some fouls.
Most definitely, and Bedford is starting to convert. I think they've shot 5 for 7 this half from the line. And I talked about who comes out and establishes in the third quarter, and so far it's been Bedford doing that. At the beginning of that timeout, Coach Marino gestured to the crowd to get them to get loud and to get involved. And
I don't have a decibel meter in here, but I'm betting it's around 100.
I can tell you that as a coach, you want your fans to give your team energy, and that's exactly what's happening.
Play about to resume here. Keene with the inbound. Fontaine gives it to Abbott. Bedford, like I said, 9-0 run. It was a 7-point deficit. Now they're up by 2, 29-27. 4:30 to play here in the third. Into the corner, Stanley. Inside to Smith. Now Stanley trapped in the corner, gets the ball out to Abbott. Messiah, back to Abbott. Now Stanley. Keene very deliberate here, taking their time. Inside to Smith. Kicks it out to Stanley, drives the baseline, turns around, sends it back out to Abbott, back to Abbott again. Keene just working the ball here around the perimeter, looking for an opening. Now they get inside to Smith. He gets the ball blocked. They're going to call a foul. Come on. That was all ball. That was all ball.
That's on Dak.
Dak gets his second foul. Did not deserve that one. That was a clean block. And here's what's interesting. They're going to call that a shooting foul.
That's insane.
And I don't think he was in a shooting motion yet. He was on his way there, but it wasn't shooting yet. He wasn't in the act of shooting yet. Smith gets the first one. 3 points for Gus Smith. 29-28, Bedford by 1. Second free throw. Rims out. Bedford, Dak with the rebound. Here comes Elsmore in transition. Elsmore pulling up, finds Dak. Dak drives, gets a shot blocked. Picked up by Stanley for Keene. He drives, gives it to Fontaine off the glass, no good. Elsmore with the rebound. Bedford quickly back in transition to Dak. On the baseline, short jumper, rebound, no good. O'Rourke had it, now Dak has it again. Stolen away. Stanley with it for Keene. And here come the Blackbirds. Payson Abbott dribbles, turns around, Gets it to Messiah. Messiah puts it on the ground. Still dribbles, draws a double team. Gets it to Fontaine, almost lost it. Now to Abbott, to Stanley. Abbott again, under 3 to play here in the third. Bedford by 1. Messiah into the corner, now in the near corner, Stanley. Kason Abbott, top of the key. Back to Stanley dribbling. Dak on him. Now Messiah. Keene just burning some clock here. Now inside to Gus Smith. He kicks it back out to Stanley for 3, and he gets it.
His first points of the game.
First 3 for Stanley. And the lead now for 2 for Keene, 31-29. Inside, it's Elsmore. Double team. They're going to call the foul. And they're going to call travel. I thought they called the foul there.
No, they definitely called travel. Coach Marino's taking a timeout. I think what we're seeing a little bit here is the backcourt tandem of Elsmore and O'Connell aren't used to not scoring the ball, and perhaps they're trying to make things happen instead of things coming in the flow of the game.
Don't forget, BCTV and Bedford 105.1 will be bringing you spring sports action starting on April 15th. Girls and boys lacrosse, softball, and baseball will have it all for you on the channels of BCTV, 8 to 1072, as well as Bedford 105.1 radio.
I'm going to take this opportunity to, as a coach, to thank BCTV and BNH 105 for the coverage all season. I can't tell you how many people in different parts of the country have been able to follow our teams because of the coverage you folks provide via live stream. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we see that in the numbers. Our streaming stats, we get viewers and listeners nationwide and worldwide, really. Play resumes with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Stanley dribbles, gets it to Gus Smith. And now Kason Abbott drives. It's blocked, but they get the ball back. Now Messiah, the long-range 3, no good. O'Rourke with the rebound for Bedford. Shakir in the game now. 1:47 to play in the third. Bedford trails 31-29. Luke O'Connell has it. Now inside to Dak. Dak gets blocked. Ball's on the ground loose. And it's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow to Keene. I thought they might call a travel there since number 3, Abbott, had the ball sliding.
You are allowed to slide if it's part of your momentum. Going for the ball, you just can't roll over. Once you've done that, then it's a travel.
Messiah now, 1:20 to play here in the third. Will Stanley. Kason Abbott pivots into the corner for Gus Smith, the 3. Rebound Keene.
That's a double dribble. Double dribble, yeah.
Good eye. You called it. Turnover Keene. Bedford with the ball now, trailing by 2. 31-29 is the score. 1:08 to go here in the third. I think Bedford's going to slow things down just a little bit here.
Well, again, when you're attacking the zone, you want to probe it. You want to see if you can get the ball into the middle. You want to see if you can get the defenders a little out of sync and out of place.
Here's Shakir. Luke O'Connell is going to try the 3. That's off the mark. Rebound Elsmore. Decides to put it back up. Gets contact and will draw the foul.
The foul was on Will Fontaine, I believe.
Fontaine, number 2, will get his second foul. And Elsmore will go to the charity stripe here. That first one, no good. 3 of 7 now for Elsmore. Second free throw coming up. And that one he nails. 1-point game, 31-30. Keene up by 1. 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Messiah over the timeline. Drives, goes to the bucket. The floater rims out. Ball loose. O'Rourke with the rebound for Bedford. Here come the Bulldogs. 30 seconds to work with. O'Connell drives, pulls out, drives again. Finds O'Rourke underneath, and he puts it off the glass and in. Bedford up by 1. 32-31. 18 seconds to go here in the third. Stanley to Abbott. Driving, pulls up, gives it to Messiah on the side for 3 and hits it. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Messiah getting the last bucket there from three-point range. They take a 2-point lead, 34-32.
That wasn't just a bucket. That was a step-back three that started beyond the college three-point lines. The kid's a big-time player. He really is. This is quite the exciting game.
And Messiah now has 13 points after 3 quarters, leads the way for the Keene Blackbirds. Case and Abbott with 5. Hennessy and Holmes both with 4. It's Jamal Stanley and Gus Smith with 3. Will Fontaine with 2 on the Bedford ledger. You've got Connor O'Rourke with 11 points. Ouija Dak with 7. Luke O'Connell and Jack Hinton both with 5. Landon Elsmore with 4 points. We at BCTV and Bedford 105.1 would like to thank our underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage. They include Primary Bank, Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door. Thank you for your support all year round. 2-point game. It all comes down to the last 8 minutes here, Coach.
Well, Bedford comes out with the ball. And as I said at the beginning of the third quarter, what happens these first few possessions will go a long way towards what kind of game we're going to have. Bedford comes out and scores. We're going to have one in the trenches. Keene gets a stop. Then perhaps they can force Bedford into a man-to-man defense. Still watch for Coach Marino to go into some full-court pressure after a score.
Bedford leading the turnover ledger 12-8. They need to cut that down. So Bedford with possession. O'Connell waits, drives, has a lane. The running jumper, no good. O'Rourke gets the rebound, fouled on the way up. And I believe that's going to be Hennessy's 4th foul.
Yep. And if it wasn't on him, it was going to be on Holmes. One way or another, they were going to pick up a 4th foul on somebody.
So Connor O'Rourke shooting 2 with a chance to tie the game. Nails it. 2 for 4 from the foul stripe for Connor O'Rourke with 1 more to come. To tie the game. He does it. 34 each. 7:44 to go in regulation.
Those are big free throws.
Messiah, he finds a lane. Runner bounces, no good, but he's going to get a foul. And they're going to get O'Rourke on that one. It's his 2nd. Shooting foul puts Messiah on the line. Messiah is 2 of 3 from the foul line. Hits that one. 14 points now for Javon Messiah. Shot on the way is good.
I tell you, all is forgiven when you make free throws in the 4th quarter.
50 now for Messiah. 36-34 Keene. Bedford on offense. O'Connell.
Both O'Rourke and Messiah both just hit some really, really big free throws.
O'Connell drives all the way to the baseline. Underneath layup, no good. Partially blocked by Stanley. Keene with the rebound. That was kind of a tricky play there by Elsmore. I don't know, he couldn't get it out in front enough to make that reverse layup work. Now Messiah dribbles, Dak on him. Holmes into the corner to Fontaine. Abbott now. Keene happy to take some time off the clock here. They've got the 2-point lead. Almost a double dribble there. Messiah, go ahead.
I was just going to say Bedford's still pretty much playing man here now.
Here's Holmes. Kicks it out to Messiah. 6:35 to go here in regulation. Now, this is really not the time to burn the clock, but Keene is happy to do it.
No, this sometimes can mess up your rhythm if you're looking to burn clock as opposed to probing the defense and trying to look to score.
Into the corner is Will Fontaine. He pivots, puts up a wild jumper, no good. He's going to draw the foul.
Fouls on Ellsmore.
So that is Ellsmore's first foul. Fontaine is at the foul line. He has not had a free throw yet. Gets that first one. Pushes the lead with 3, 37-34. Second free throw on the way. Also good. 4-point lead for Keene, 38-34. So now if you're Bedford, you just got to do what works for you, right? You got to work your way inside. Use your bigs. There's a shot from 3. No good. Rebound there by Messiah, but stolen away by O'Connell. Dak gets the offensive rebound. O'Rourke follows up and puts it in. 38-36, Bedford down 2. So offensive rebounds there coming through for Bedford, plus taking that rebound away from Messiah.
I still think Bedford needs to focus on what's been working for them. I think some of their guards are looking to score when they should really be playing more in the flow of the game. Little editorial comment there.
Stanley drives and gets the bucket off the glass, back to a 4-point lead. O'Connell turns around, almost loses the ball, but it's going to be contact there from Messiah. He's going to get the foul. That's his first foul.
Great show of sportsmanship on Messiah's part as well. He knew he committed it, put the hands out, helped O'Connell up off the floor.
So the inbound directly in front of our broadcast location. Ellsmore. Back to O'Connell. Now Shakir, who's back in the game. O'Connell and Shakir. Now Dak comes out to the perimeter. O'Connell with the 3, no good. Bedford with the rebound. Ellsmore is going to draw the foul. Javon Messiah picking up the second foul right off the bat. Shooting foul puts Ellsmore on the line here. Ellsmore with 4 points. All the points coming from the free throw line. Misses that one. 4 of 9 now for Ellsmore. Second one no good. Keene with the rebound. Those free throws really hurting the Bulldogs today. Messiah decides to drive to the bucket. Dak with the rebound, or the block. I thought he had ball.
You got him with the body. You did get him with the body. We'll take a look at it here on the replay.
So that's going to put Messiah on the foul line.
Yeah, he definitely he blocked, but the officials were also looking at the rest of the action, and he definitely knocked him to the floor.
Messiah 4 of 5, now 5 and 6. 5-point lead now, 41-36 Keene. Second free throw on the way. Messiah's good there, 17 points now. 6-point lead for the Blackbirds, 42-36. Three-pointer there by O'Connell, no good. Dak with the rebound, he loses it. O'Connell puts it up again. And we'll see what the call is here. Is it a foul on?
I think it's on Stanley.
Okay.
That's his fourth. Oh. Keene fourth. His third.
So it is a foul on the Blackbirds. They haven't posted on it, or goes. Okay, now it's on Messiah, 3. So
Messiah.
Quick 3 fouls this quarter now for Messiah. Bedford will inbound. They had multiple chances at the bucket. Can't get anything to drop. Quickly into the corner. The inbound goes now up top. O'Connell changes direction. Underhand layup. Gets it.
It's only his second bucket of the day.
7 points now for Logan O'Connell. The lead is down to 4 points now for Keene. Holmes tries to get it inside. That's knocked away. Holmes gets the ball back. On the baseline, they're going to say what? Foul?
Timeout.
Okay.
But
I thought maybe he stepped on the baseline.
As predicted, after that score, Coach Marino went into that 2-1-2 full-court press. Could just as easily have caused a turnover there. Looked like he might have almost dribbled out of bounds. I think that's what caused Coach Boulay to take that quick timeout.
Your leading scorers in this game, Javon Messiah with 17 on the Bedford ledger. It is Connor O'Rourke with 15, the big man, showing up big here today. On the rebound, Bedford still dominating, 46-27 overall, 24-9 on offensive rebounds for the Bulldogs. Unfortunately, they have not put away as many of those offensive rebounds into points.
No,
at least not in this quarter.
And in addition to that, I think that Bedford's guards are looking to make high-impact outside shots, and I think they need to go to what's been successful so far in this game, which is taking the ball to the hole, getting it to your bigs. I'll tell you, there's one stat that doesn't get mentioned, but I'm going to mention it as a coach, from a coach's perspective. There's 4 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Bedford has only used 1 timeout. They have 4 left. Keene only has 2 left. And I'll tell you, at critical junctions of the game, you want to have as many of those in your pocket as you can.
Field goal percentage for the Bulldogs, 25.5, 34-1 for Keene. They're going to inbound here. Long throw now. Almost an over and back there by Stanley. They give it to Messiah. Shakir on him. Now Kason Abbott. Gets around the Bedford defender. Pulls out. Pass inside to Holmes. Holmes dribbles. Looks for an outlet. Gets it to Kason Abbott. Back inside to Holmes. Off the glass, no good. And an own basket there. I think O'Rourke knocked it in by accident.
Holmes will get credit, but I think that was
O'Rourke,
the soccer equivalent or the basketball equivalent of an own goal.
Here's O'Rourke going to the basket. Fouled. I believe that's going to be Holmes. Nope, that's going to be Fontaine. That's Fontaine. Third foul, okay. But a shooting foul here, and we are in the bonus now. Bedford with the bonus. Every foul will put the Bulldogs on the line. O'Rourke with a chance here for 2.
I think I saw the motion from Coach Marino for that full court pressure coming out of this. Got to make the free throws to make it happen, though.
3 of 6 now for O'Rourke. He misses that one. O'Rourke does to get the second one. 16 points now for the big man. 5-point game, 44-39. Pressure on by the Bulldogs. Keene breaks it. Hennessy with the ball. Dribbling, looks for the outlet, gets it to Abbott. 3:18 in regulation left. Here's Stanley. Being watched by O'Rourke. Stanley cuts, gets around O'Rourke. O'Rourke are able to block the shot. They're going to call a foul on O'Rourke. That's his third foul.
Gonna watch it on the replay here. That looked clean. We have the benefit of replay, but that did look clean.
Free throw good. 10 of 12 now for the Blackbirds. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs shooting just 50%, 12 of 24. You have 24 foul shots. You only hit 12 of them. A lot of points left at the charity stripe. Stanley hits the second one. 46-39. It's the biggest lead of the game for Keene.
What's important is that second free throw now makes this a 3-possession game. In the game where points are so hard to come by, and only 3 minutes to go, 3:05, it's a big hole for Bedford to dig out of. It'll be interesting to see what kind of pressure Coach Marino has his players put on Keene now. Also, it'll be interesting to see if Keene continues to play to kill the clock, or they're looking to be more aggressive. Bedford does have, both teams will be shooting 2 on the next foul now.
So they have, well, no, they don't have a foul to give. Next one puts Keene on the bonus. And this free throws here just it's really hurting. One big thing here for the Bulldogs. That they're dominating on the boards, and they're getting the penalties. They're getting the free throws, but they're not hitting them. Keene 11 of 13, so you kind of don't want to put them on the line. But if Bedford, you could say drive down the middle, try to draw the foul, but Bedford has to start converting those free throws.
As I look up on the team board, fouls 4, 2, 3, 3, 3. You want to put pressure on them. You want to drive the basket. You don't, again, to go against what I just said a moment ago, 3 minutes is a long time. You don't want to be jacking threes early in the possession. What you want to be doing is attacking the basket, try to get the N1.
Elsmore, short jumper, no good. Gets his own rebound back. Tries to go up, gets a foul in the N1. Elsmore gets the bucket. 6 points for Langdon Elsmore. And he'll get to add 1 here.
That's exactly what you want to do. Take the ball to the rim, get to the free throw line, score some points when the clock isn't moving.
And Elsmore's been the best free throw shooter for the Bulldogs here, so he's the guy you want on the line. 46-41, Keene up by 5, 2:55 to go in regulation. Elsmore with a chance to cut it to 4. Rims out, ball's loose, rebound Bedford. Up and good. Elsmore got his own rebound, put it back. It's a 1-possession game now, 46-43. Now that's huge. That just turned it into a 1-possession game.
It most certainly did, and that's hard. That's hard.
And we got a foul here on the inbound.
Yeah, Logan O'Connell picked that up. Played a little too aggressively on the inbound pass.
Both teams in the bonus now. Messiah, who's been solid from the free throw line. Hits that one. 47-44. 47-43, sorry about that. Now Messiah's second free throw. Good as well. 19 points to Javon Messiah, leading all scorers. 5-point game now for the Keene Blackbirds. 2:50 to go in regulation. Elsmore handling the ball. Gets it to O'Connell. O'Connell draws a double team, tries to dribble his way out of it. Now he drives to the bucket. Lays it up and in.
Get aggressive. Take the ball to the hole.
9 points for O'Connell. 48-45. Long inbound to Abbott. Stolen away by the Bulldogs. Here's Elsmore. Dribbles. Pass across now for O'Connell. Good time for 3. Misses it. Save attempt. Can't see what's going on behind the official.
Foul.
Here in our field division here.
Might have been on O'Rourke. Nope, it's on Elsmore.
Better on Elsmore because he had that's only his second foul. A foul on O'Rourke would have been his 4th.
We're going to call this the broadcaster's jinx right now. Keene is 10 for 10 from the free throw line in this 4th quarter. And there it is.
You just jinxed him. Good job, Coach.
No clockwork. Hey, I'll pull any trick out of the bag I can at this point. I'm biased.
Alex Holmes misses the first one. Second one on the way. No good. Bulldogs with the rebound. Elsmore, 2:13 left in regulation. One possession game, 48-45. Elsmore finds O'Rourke down low. Give and go back to Elsmore. Elsmore trying to get position and draws a foul. Let's see who's that on.
I think it is.
So that's going to be foul number 4 on Holmes.
Yep. Again, it's a great strategy. Attack the rim. Excuse me. Attack the rim. Score while the clock's not moving.
Elsmore perfect on that one. 9 points for number 2. 48-46. Chance to draw within 1. Also good, you can tell by the reaction. Inbound, Bedford pressuring. Stanley, get the ball picked. Here comes Shakir. Tie game.
Actually, Bedford up 1. Bedford up 1.
Bedford up 1, sorry about that. A fantastic play there. Stanley getting his pocket picked from behind. Bedford in position, Shakir behind the play, off the glass and in. 1:53 in regulation, Bedford up by 1.
You know, it's interesting. The first time these two teams played, Shakir was the high scorer. This game, that was his first bucket, but it was a huge bucket. Huge bucket.
Now that strategy changes here for Keene, you can't burn the clock.
They've got to look to get the best available. Don't settle for that quick outside shot, but they've got a lot of fouls up on the board, so they've got to be careful on the defensive end. So they want to make sure they maximize their opportunities on the offensive side of the floor.
Team's about to come back on the court here for the final 1:53 of regulation. Bedford crowd on its feet. Keene crowd on their feet. You couldn't ask for a better matchup here in this Division I championship. Keene, by the way, down to their final timeout. They just have 1. Bedford with 3. Bill Carter noticing that. So Keene has to be judicious here. Pass back to Messiah. Now up to Fontaine. Messiah once again. 1:45 to go in regulation. Shakir getting the body on Messiah. Messiah tries to get to the bucket. Wild shot, no good. Rebound, no good. But the putback by Stanley. Foul is called.
Reach Dak's 4th.
That is Dak's 4th. And they're going to put Stanley on the line. I'm sorry, yeah, Jamal Stanley, number 4.
Dare I go for the broadcast to jinx again?
Yeah, how good is? I know Stanley's been pretty sharp this period.
2 for 2.
Shame that he missed. 2-shot foul here in the act of shooting. Stanley lets the ball go, gets it. Highgate. Stanley, second shot on the way. Also good. Keene 50, Bedford 49, 1:30 to play in regulation.
First time I've heard you say that in regulation. We're possibly looking at overtime here, depending upon how things fall. Now things start
O'Connell.
to go along.
Drives to the baseline. O'Connell finds Elsmore. Off the glass, no good. O'Rourke with the rebound, puts it up and good. Bedford back on top, 51-50, 1:08 to play. Pressure, inbound, into the zone. Pass inside to Stanley, off the glass, no good. Rebound Bedford. 55 seconds to go. O'Rourke underneath, all alone, blocked by Stanley. Fontaine in transition. No good. Put back, no good. They're going to call a foul here.
On the play.
The question is, who is it on?
I think Elsmore. I think.
You're correct. It is Elsmore. 45.7 to go. Will Fontaine. At the charity stripe. .204 now for Fontaine as he misses that first. All they can do is tie it here. No good. Dak with the rebound. 40 seconds to go. Bedford can burn the clock right down to 0 if they want. Elsmore dribbles. Still dribbling with it. Got the ball knocked out of his hand. Keene gets it. And a timeout called, the last one for the Blackbirds. 26.7. So here we go. Bedford tried to burn the clock. Elsmore had his pocket pick. Ball picked up loose by Keene. They call the timeout. Down 1, 51-50. No more timeouts after this one. It was their timeout, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because they haven't taken it off the scoreboard yet. So Keene plays. What do you do? Does Keene play for the final shot?
The officials are talking about where the ball should be inbounded based on the play. They're pointing to the sideline, the 28-foot mark near the Bedford bench.
Go ahead, Bill Carter.
There's 4 points where they can put the ball in when it's not out of bounds. So
that's my point. Because of the action, the way they called the timeout where the ball was, that's one of the points that they've got, the 28-foot marker. And it'll be interesting to see, Bedford's going back into half-court defense as opposed to full-court pressure. I think you're going to see a lot of switching, I think you'll see them come out man with a lot of switching.
Let me ask you this. Do you let Keene burn the clock down to 0 and take a shot, or do you foul them, put them on the line with some time left?
They've missed a lot of their recent free throws, but you don't want to put a team to the line with the opportunity to win the game. What you want to do is try to get a shot up with 15, 13, 14 seconds, and then have the opportunity for that offensive rebound if it doesn't go in.
Okay, inbounds. They get it to Messiah. Over the timeline. 20 seconds to go in regulation. Messiah dribbles. They're going to take it down to the wire.
Yep.
Elsmore on Messiah. Dribbling. Cut. Has the ball stolen away. O'Connell's just going to burn the clock. They're going to foul him. Messiah with the foul. So the same thing happened right there that happened to Elsmore before. Messiah was trying to take the clock down for the final shot at the buzzer, had his pocket pick. O'Connell takes it away, could have went to the bucket, instead pulled up, got the foul. No good on that shot.
6.4 seconds though, so
no more timeouts for Keene. They can't stop the clock. O'Connell, no good. Dak with the rebound. Tie up. Possession arrow goes to Keene. So it's a 2-point game, 1-point game, 51-50. O'Connell missed both free throws.
4.5 seconds to go. No opportunity to call a play for Keene. Touchdown
Bedford
pass.
Trying to cover. They get it inbound. They got to get a shot away. Clock is expiring. Hits the rim. No good. Bedford wins. Players stormed the court. The fans stormed the court. 51-50. Bedford pulls it out. Hard-fought game. Came down to the final shot. It was a half-court shot by Kaysen Abbott. Hit the rim, but didn't go in.
I'll tell you, from the angle he had, that shot was right on line. Right on line. Almost had a Sports Center moment there.
Wow.
Amazing end of the game there.
Wow, you cannot script an ending of a game like that.
You know, Bedford had a chance to at least get it to push it to a three-point game where there was no chance for them to lose. They missed both of the free throws there with 4 seconds to go. And Keene had a chance, but they had to go the length of the court. And Bedford, with the pressure, they had to inbound the ball in the backcourt. They couldn't make a baseball throw.
Exactly.
It comes down to those timeouts. No timeouts left. You couldn't do anything.
He had no opportunity
Excellent
to call
point.
that last second play. And I'll tell you what else was huge. After really being very successful from the free throw line, Keene missed many, if not most, of their final free throws in that fourth quarter.
Yeah. Let's get you caught up on the scoring for Keene. Javon Messiah led 19 points. I believe that's most of all scorers. Followed up by Jamal Stanley. He's got 9 points. 6 points for Alex Holmes. One moment here. Got our wires crossed. You got Fitch Hennessy with 4. Payson Abbott with 5, Gus Smith with 3, and Will Fontaine with 4. On the Bedford side, 18 points for Connor O'Rourke. Big man led all scorers. Landon Elsmore with 10. 9 for Ouija Dak. 5 for Jack Hinton. 7 for Dak. 9 for Logan O'Connell, and 2 for Ali Shapir. Those are your scorers. Bedford wins 51-50.
The 2 for Ali Shapir were 2 huge points.
That's right. That was the game-winning bucket.
That was the game-winning bucket right there. That was the game-winning bucket, and I'll tell you, Keene played a heck of a game. So did Bedford. Bedford almost shot themselves out of this one, and they still managed to pull it off at the end.
Keene gave them a game tonight, and nothing to say bad about Keene. They came to play, but Bedford was 1 point better.
So I know they don't do MVPs for championship games, but I'm going to tell you who my MVP of this game is, and that's Connor O'Rourke. He was huge on the boards, made some unbelievable putbacks, some unbelievable buckets inside, kept them in this game when the outside shooting wasn't happening for Bedford, and the kid's just done the job all year. What a wonderful way for him to grow as a senior.
Bedford almost with a 2-to-1 edge, 53-32 in rebounds, 27-11 on the offense.
I would love to see how that breaks down for O'Rourke. That
was all season.
Oh yeah,
number 22, keeping them with the rebound. So
he was huge. Like I said, no MVPs normally.
I can give you that breakdown right now. 6 offensive rebounds, 5 defensive rebounds for Connor O'Rourke, 11 for the day.
To go with 18 points?
18 points, yeah.
That's a heck of a day. That's a heck of a day.
Absolutely. Real quick, we want to thank our underwriters one more time. We thank them for their underwriting support of our live sports coverage on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Primary Bank, Wicks Insurance Group, Kitterman Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door. We thank you very much. We're going to stay here for the award ceremony on the TV side. On the radio side, we're going to say so long. Final score, Bedford 51, Keene 50. You've been watching and listening to Bedford boys basketball on BCTV at Bedford 105.1. So long, everybody.